This week I wanted to talk about 7 awesome tools that you can start implementing right away to really skyrocket your motivation and productivity over the course of your year. Today, in this series, I'm going to be talking about the seven awesome tools that I've been using pretty much over the last 3-4 years. That's really helped me to stay motivated, helped me be very productive, and I feel that tools are really necessary to help you stay motivated and stay productive just with all the distractions that are out there. And I mean, willpower and your habits only go so far, especially with the rapid explosion in technology these days. If you're not using some of these really killer tools that can really spike your motivation and production, you're really missing out. One of the biggest things that most people get caught up on when they're starting something or they want to change a part of their life, whether they want to get more fit, they want to make more money, or they just want to improve their sales, is just finding that motivation to just do it. Now, what if you had a weekly schedule that forces you within a period of time to actually just focus on doing that one thing or do nothing else? That'll definitely help change the stuff that you do get done because you're kind of forced to do it. And once you finally get the ball rolling and you find a little bit more of that motivation, typically the next big milestone or challenge is really, how do you manage all your time? Because typically if you're trying something new or you're getting started, you're going to be overwhelmed with 100 different things that you can do right away to change it, and you're going to have so much information you're not even going to know where to get started. So it's very important that you really control your time and squeeze as much activity out of the time that you have. And over the course of this series, I'm going to teach you a couple different ways on how you can do that and different tools that I've used over the past couple years that's really helped me a lot. So I hope you enjoy this series. And to get started, the first app that I'm going to recommend, it's called a Pomodoro timer. There's basically a ton of different varieties of this app that you can find all over the internet. The one that I use is one that's called Pomodoro Challenge. You can download it from the Play Store. I usually run the app straight from my phone. You can get it for your desktop as well if you don't like using your phone, but what I've found is that it typically distracts me just because there's so much other things I have on my monitor. I got introduced to this app by a friend about over 2 years ago, and I've been religiously every day just hammering away using this app. It's had the biggest, it's been that single biggest game changer for me. It's made tremendous impact, and it's almost like a sin if I didn't share this with other people. A lot of people utter that phrase, time is money. I've said it myself, and I didn't really understand what that meant until I really started using this app. It really helps you focus, maximize, and just squeeze every second of every minute. I highly recommend checking it out. I'm not going to get too much into the detail of how it works. Basically what it is, it's a timer. There's a lot of history behind it, but I'll put a link below where you can find out more information about it. But basically what it is, it's a timer where you work 25 minutes single-handedly on a task, and then you take a 5-minute break, and then you repeat that pretty much throughout the day. You take some longer breaks in between a couple of them. It really helps you chunk down a lot of the activities that you have, and you can start breaking down tasks by the number of Pomodoros that you complete. So it's really good for managing your time. Once again, I highly recommend checking this app out, and even if it's something that you wouldn't think of considering, I'd recommend a second thought and just trying it out at least for a couple days and just see the results that you get from it. In my video tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about a tool that really boosts your motivation. I highly recommend checking this out. It's a simple thing that you can do that's going to have a big change in your results.